Hello, Emily, Zach, Sophie, and Zoe. I love you and I miss you so much. I'm back in the hospital now. I was admitted yesterday, so all my amazing and brilliant fatherly advice will be given via video in the short term until I get back home. So I guess the direct to consumer advice will be on hold. But I was admitted yesterday to the hospital. They've been pumping me full of fluids nonstop the past 24 hours. I'm like making pee-pees all over the place, but not on people. Remember, right? Pee-peeing on people is wrong. And then I had a spinal today where they put some chemo up my spine. It was uncomfortable, but it was still way better than that bone marrow biopsy. That was painful. And then tomorrow I start my pre-chemo. There's actually a much more technical term, but it's very hard for me to remember it, so I just call it pre-chemo. And then on Saturday I start my regular chemo, so it's going to be 24/7 of chemo juice for nonstop for 4 days, and then I'm home. As you can see, if you've watched my previous videos, I now have a new haircut. I shaved it a few days ago. Jimmy Guns, that was an amazing idea for a mohawk, but then I decided, no, I'm not going to go that route. But I did think I would shave my hair so short that I would be able to trick the hair fairies into not having me lose my hair full on bald. But that is not the case because a couple days ago I started losing lots of hair, so most likely in the near future, full on bald, probably no hair here. And also, surprisingly, no hair here, and then the hair on my balls is going away. So probably TMI, but those are the two places where I'm losing hair, which is odd. But anyway, I digress. And I want to think about the now and not other stuff. I want to focus on getting myself better, living a better life, being more positive, being more happy, and beating this lymphoma. Which brings me to my advice, which is, write this down, guys, the grass is not always greener on the other side. You don't want to like, what you have, just take it and make it special. Don't always think something else is better out there. There might be times where maybe there's a better solution, maybe you look for it, but you shouldn't always be thinking, oh, what's that? I'd rather go out and look at something new. I'd rather get something new, try something new. Sometimes it's fine the way it is. So right now my head is fine the way it is. But this brings me up to a story I want to tell you. It's a story of 3 fat, mean, disgusting, nasty goats. They're awful goats, fat and always wanting to eat. And then there was a sweet. He was depressed. We all know a lot of people out there have depression. I have it. This depressed troll, and he was tired. A lot of times when you're tired, you're sleepy, or depressed, you're sleepy. And so he was just sleeping under his bridge. That's where he lived. There's a huge homeless population out there, and it's hard to find housing. And he chose his house under a bridge, and he was just resting peacefully. And one day, there's 3 different sizes. There was a small goat, a medium goat, and a big goat. All 3 of them still fat and nasty. They smelled like patchouli, and they looked like they all have been hit in the face numerous times. They were just mean and always wanting more. They always wanted to eat more grass. They had this full yard of grass, and they were eating it all up, and they're like, man, this grass is so good, I'm going to eat it all. And they ate up all the grass, and there was no grass left in their area because they were so fat and terrible. And then they looked across the way. They looked on the other side of the bridge, and there was a plentiful field of grass. And it's good. Grass is helps with oxygen, and grass, the green, is very good for you. So these mean fat old goats were like, let's get that grass. And so they had to go over the bridge. And their fat little tushes hobbled over, and the small goat went first. And he started clomping with his fat feet, clomp, 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 over the bridge. And it woke up the sad, depressed troll. He was just trying to sleep. And he comes up and he's like, who's clomping on my bridge? He was tired. Sometimes when you're tired and you just wake up, you get angry. And the little fat goat was like, oh, don't eat me. I mean, the troll didn't think about eating him, but sometimes maybe goat tastes good. I don't know. He's hungry. I mean, if you're homeless, you gotta eat what you can sometimes. And he was like, all right, I'm gonna eat you. And that fat, nasty goat was like, don't eat me, I'm so small, even though it was fat. Look, my brother, a medium fat goat, is just over there. And then the sad little troll was like, oh, okay, fine. I'll let you go through. You can go to the other side. And then he went clomping with his fat old tush and went to the other side. And then the medium goat was like, all right, might as well just give it a try. And so the medium fat stinky goat, probably he like kicked animals in the face when he was walking to the, like little squirrels, probably kicked them in the face. Really mean goat, this medium goat was. And clomped on the bridge, and then the troll was like, oh, I just fell back asleep. And then he wakes up again, and he's like, who's stomping on my bridge? And the medium goat was like, it's me. And the troll was like, what? I'm just trying to sleep. I'm hungry. I'm depressed. I already let some other little goat come by. He wanted me to eat. He just said, don't eat him. I was like, well, maybe I'll eat him. And the medium goat was like, don't eat me. And the troll didn't even think about it. But he was like, maybe I'll eat that goat too. And so the medium goat was like, don't eat me. My brother is way bigger and way tastier than I am. And so the troll was just he was just nice. He was like, all right, fine. Go ahead. Go to the other side. It's fine. And then that fat tush medium goat kept on going and went on to the other side and just started chomping his fat little face off with all that new yummy grass. Both the little medium and small goat were just going nuts, going to town on that grass. And then the troll went down. It's like, all right, fine. I'm just going to get a little bit more sleep. And then the biggest, the fattest, I mean, imagine the fattest thing you've ever seen. And this goat was like 10 times fatter. And like, he like had oozing out like pus because he was so fat. The fat was just kind of like popping out. And he clumps his fat little legs with his fat little tush onto the bridge. And the troll was like, oh, again, I just need some sleep. And he goes up on the bridge and was like, who is stomping on my bridge? And that fat goat just bopped him off the bridge and hurt him, and he was in pain, probably broken legs. I mean, he's homeless. He didn't have like medical care attention, so it was probably like laying there for a while till some very nice good Samaritan came by and like helped him out. But the troll was just minding his business, being a good troll, and these fat goats clomp over the bridge because they ate all the grass and got so greedy on their side of their town, and then went to the other side to eat all that grass. They probably ate all that grass up, and then all kinds of animals had to like find new habitats because there was no more grass, and these goats were just awful. So the moral of the story is the grass is not always greener on the other side. Sometimes you might just need to be happy with what you have. Emily, Zach, Sophie, and Zoe, I love you so much and I miss you. Mwah.